because obviously we've got Skipp and Hojberg at the moment, and with this lack of creativity, Max, I'll come to you first and I'll come to Mike. Do you think that's kind of hindering the creativity as well, or do you think having the likes of Skipp and Hojberg just gives us an extra layer of defence?
I don't like that they're both very similar in terms of like their style of play. I like Hojberg and I don't mind Skipp. I ain't seen enough of him yet. I know a lot of fans love him, but I feel like you either play one or the other and then get an attacking midfielder and then get two wingers. We might even have to go back to two up front because something just isn't clicking right now. And you know what? Conte with 3-5, I think he didn't play 3-4-1-2, I think it was, or something like that. That's two up top. But then Son ends up drifting that wide. Kane drops deep. We're not sticking to that formation. It's all well and good having two holding mids if you've got the creativity on the left and the right to obviously get the ball out to them. But we haven't got that central threat. Like, that's why players are having to drop deep and that. So Skipp and Hojberg, I'd like to see Skipp because I've obviously seen he can do a job. And either one of them, I've got no doubt about one of them. It's just if they play one of them and Winks, that's where I've got a problem. Because Winks is literally Mr. Left or Right. I'm glad we ain't seeing him. I'm glad you've got him still covered up.
I mean, I can't really uncover him yet, but Kev said who will replace Skippy? He's banned for the next game. I was about to say Winks, but I'm going to leave that now, so I don't want to start Max off. But obviously, I'll come to you, Mike, as an outsider. I know it's probably pretty hard to talk about something when you're not amongst it all the time. But did you notice that yesterday? I was going to say you're more educated than I am. Did you see that? Did you see that yesterday, where that kind of hindered our going forward in a sense? Because I think Skippy was the actual one that was passing the ball forward more than Hojberg.
Yeah, because it was so similar to Everton last season under Ancelotti. We had Decore and Allen literally playing in exactly the same way that Skipp and Hojberg plays for Spurs. They sit next to each other. They pass to each other, pass left or right, occasionally pass forward. There's no dynamism from the middle of the park. There's no ball carrier, which is why, from an Everton perspective, it's been really nice seeing Allen sit a little bit deeper and Decore sitting in front of him and playing in that formation, Max, that essentially you've just said. You know, that is exactly how Everton, with Decore in the team and Calvert-Lewin up front, do play, which is why we were so successful when Calvert-Lewin and Decore was in the team, because we are genuinely unplayable and the best team in the world, no doubt about it. But you need someone who can just carry the ball 20 yards. And I don't quite know who that player is in your team, because it would be wrong for me to throw random names in there. But for me personally, if Ndombele is a centre midfielder, a genuine box-to-box midfielder, I'd probably stick him next to Skipp or Hojberg, it doesn't matter which one, and say to him, yes, you're going to have to come deep and support, but your job is to beat as many men as you like, carrying that football up the pitch and passing it out wide or through to Harry Kane, and asking him to do that job, because that's essentially what Rafa asked Decore, and Decore has been a completely different player.
Yeah, you definitely missed him, and you definitely missed Calvert-Lewin. I actually think, I'll say it again, Calvert-Lewin's on the pitch, and you're probably winning yesterday, because your style of play with him on the pitch is just completely different as well. But Ndombele, I can't be bothered. If we're in this situation like next season and we're having to have the same conversation and Ndombele's still not done anything like in that time, then it's like, what are you doing? Like, he's got the ability. We've seen it. He beats players for fun, but you can't just be coming into the Premier League just to beat a few players. Like you said, you need to carry the ball, get it into the strikers, and then that's your job essentially done. You don't need to do anything else. Give it to Lucas. Give it to Son. I don't know. It's just like saying to a centre-back, don't carry it forward. Just stay there, block a tackle and pass it. It's essentially the same, but with an attacking midfielder. You haven't got to go and do all of the fancy bits. Leave that to the strikers to do. And
it's just... I was just going to say, I don't think Ndombele would be able to last going backwards and forwards. That's the only thing I would have with Ndombele. He needs to sort his fitness out ASAP if he's going to be able to do that. If he hops
on a few treadmills, then he might be all right. But there's no chance in hell at the moment that bloke is running backs and forwards. And I think that's why we do need Skipp, because he's probably got a lot more to offer in that respect. I mean, Skipp, he covers the ground like we know. But Dele Alli used to cover the ground. He was like, when Poch was in charge, when they show the stats of how your players have the kilometres they've run or whatnot. We're bottom of that table at the moment. We're not doing anything. It's like, where's that suddenly gone? I mean, Dele Alli's not the most creative midfielder you're going to see, but you'll be surprised when someone's running about 70, 80 minutes and players get tired, that he made that space. It makes space for players to run into space. And that's another player. Dele Alli's not even about. And you think, what's going on there? There's a lot. This is why Conte's in, though. This is why Conte's in. Hopefully, I'll be sat here in a few weeks' time saying another victory or something like that.
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?